What's up, family? How y'all doing? It is your girl, your diva and knowledge lady Mocha. Represent Mocha's Cafe de Paris, where you know I'm going to always serve you wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual awareness. Big ups to everybody entering the chat room. I know it's been a while since y'all have heard from me and I have uploaded anything. What's up, Devin, RTS, Topaz? Everybody who's in the chat, I appreciate y'all. I know this is a little later than usual, especially when it comes to me doing the chat. I usually don't do one this late, but nevertheless, again, I'm in the field of being a correctional officer right now, so I have to kind of do uploads on the spare of the moment. So that's why y'all haven't been seeing me. And then when I do get my days off, I just be wanting to chill and marinate because I do a lot of 12-hour shifts and I work at night. So most of the time I go to work probably about 8 o'clock, and I don't get off till like 8 in the morning. So, I really don't have the same amount of time on my hands that I usually have. So, it's important that if y'all want to catch my uploads, that y'all hit the notification bell because I do videos on the spare of the moment. I don't have a schedule anymore because, like I said, the field I'm in is very demanding. So my time is different now. So I just got to do things when I can do it. So my goal is to try to get through this in 1 hour because I want to take the rest of my evening and just kind of chill and marinate because I do have to go to work tomorrow. So with that being said, that's the reason why I haven't been seeing me. But I'm like a STD. You never know when I'm going to pop up. So, just got to be on the lookout and make sure y'all hit the notification bell. What's up, Tony? But y'all know how it is. We all grown folks. We all got to work. We all got to pay the bills. Well, nevertheless, I don't want to drag any more time. I wanted to definitely go into this particular topic. And the reason I thought it was imperative that I did this is because a lot of us as Black women, we are getting a lot of misinformation unfortunately, from other women. We're getting a lot of information. We're getting incorrect information. And this is what's up, Naima. What's up? Good to see you. Good to see all of y'all. I know it's been a while, like I said, since I've done an upload. But and this isn't to throw shade. This isn't to step on anybody's toes. Hey, I'm not knocking how a woman, gets her hustle on. All of us have our own morals. We have our own principles. But I do believe that um, as women, it is our job, especially if we are Black women in the YouTube sector. I think it's very important that we as Black women, we have to educate other Black women that there is more than one way to look at things. There's just too many, it's just too much misinformation. And my thing is, I'm not doing this topic because, again, I'm not trying to shade nobody. I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. What's up, Dion? What's up, Beyond? I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. But my thing is, we always have to give people more than one way of looking at things. And I'm a big believer in that. I believe if we're going to give somebody a topic, you don't just give them one way of looking at things. You give people the privilege of having more than one perception when it comes to a topic. And that is why I chose to do tonight's topic on looking to secure the bag comes with the price. Because again, it's too many of women. A lot of us are being schooled that we need to look for a man to secure the bag. We need to secure the bag. We need a man with money. We need a man that's rich. We need a man that's wealthy. We need a man that's successful. We need a man to to secure the bag. It's all about finding a man that can fulfill our financial needs. And ladies, I get it. Nobody wants a broke man. And I'm not saying you should settle and you should just get with a man who's evidently he's not financially established or he's financially irresponsible. I'm not saying that you should get with a broke man. Same thing. I don't think dudes should get with a broke ass woman. I think it goes both ways around. I think everybody should at least try to become compatible with somebody that's on the same level as them, as far as financially, because I really believe that when two people come together and they're kind of financially on the same level, um, they both share the same struggle. And when you meet a man or you meet a woman that's on your same level of struggle, I really believe your relationship could progress. I think it's hard when a person who's not established meets somebody who's well established, because the person who's not well established, they can't really relate to the person who's well established and vice versa. So I really think sometimes we expect people to have way more than we can even goddamn provide. It's too many of us. We are looking for people to come to the table with stuff that we don't even have ourselves. We want men with A+ credit. We want men that got good jobs, that's paying well, but at the same time we live in a Section 8 housing, sleeping on rent-a-center furniture and air mattresses. But yet, the moment a brother approaches us, and because he ain't got the new Jordans on, we want to look at him like he hot garbage. You get what I'm saying? And I think it's very hypocritical. What's up, Steve? I think it's very hypocritical when we look for somebody to have something that we do not have. And same thing for you men. Because I got to get on my guys. I love y'all to death. But I got to pick on my men. You know how I do, because I'm very balanced over here on my channel. Some of you guys are the same way. Y'all want women to have their bodies in top-notch shape. Y'all want us to be up on Planet Fitness every god doggone day. Y'all want us to be these perfect body, go to the gym every day type of women, keep ourselves in shape. And some of you brothers, y'all don't have no six-pack. The only six-pack y'all be having is an ice house, okay? Y'all be walking around here with keg bellies, but be sitting up here talking about how Black women need to get themselves in line and we need to stay in shape. And some of y'all brothers are out of shape, okay? I'm gonna just be frank. Now, if you're a brother, you hit the gym day in and day out, you got a banging six-pack, you got the biceps and triceps, and you're a very health conscious brother, and you stay in the gym on the daily, then yes, I can understand you feeling some type of way. You don't want no big girl, you don't want no, no toe down, basic, off-brand broad that's not in shape and who don't have herself together. Because again, you are a man who has your stuff together. So again, Black people, men and women, we need to stop looking for people to provide and bring something to the table that we cannot even live up to. Okay. So I just wish more and more black men and black women would get out of that mode of, I want this kind of man and I want this kind of woman. And she can't wear no weave, and and I want this kind of man, but see, he can't have no kids. But you got 8, 9 different baby daddies, but you don't want a man with kids. It's a lot of hypocrisy in the black community, ladies and gentlemen, and it's on both sides. It's on both freaking sides. I don't want to hear it's only black women who do it. I don't want to hear it's only black men who do it. It's a lot of hypocrisy in the black community. People are looking for things that they are not providing, and it is both genders that are doing it. Now, women, we do it a lot more. We do it a lot more. We do look for these brothers to come to the table with all these credentials, and we can't even get, like I said, we can't even get an iPhone without somebody co-signing for us for one. You know what I mean? So again, we got to be more, careful with how we expect people to bring things that we can't even contribute. So nevertheless, that's the topic that I'm going in tonight, because I don't want my sisters being misled and being deceived into thinking that, you know it's this misconception that we need to be trying to find a man to help us to secure the bag. We need a man that's going to help us secure the bag. And I just decided to basically give y'all my perspective just so y'all can look at it in another way. At the end of the day, everybody's grown. They're going to do what they feel is best for them, and that's fine. But I don't want sisters being misled that that is the proper way of thinking when it comes to going outside in the dating world. You're looking for a man, or you're trying to build something with a man, and you want a man that's already well established. You want a man that's already well grounded, and you want a man to come to the table with all of these things, that we've been taught. Because unfortunately, it's a lot of things going on in social media, and social media is poisoning the minds of us as black women. Social media is poisoning the mind of black men, and social media is basically poisoning all of us as black people. We are being tarnished by the negative concepts that people are programming into our mentality and into our way of thinking. And it's time for us to remove all the garbage and learn some knowledge. And that is what I'm here to do. So that is the purpose of me doing this. What's up, Gerard? How's it going? Appreciate you for coming in. We live in times of equality. Can't both parties be financially secure? And that's exactly what I'm saying, RTS. That's exactly what I'm saying. So with that in mind, I'm gonna go ahead on with tonight's topic. And like I said, this is to basically give women an insight as to why we should not be so focused on looking for someone to secure the bag with, because it's a lot that comes with the territory. There are many people that are considering themselves to be social media dating coaches. We have men that claim to be schooling other men on how to get multiple women, when in reality, they can't even get one. And we have women on social media coaching other women how to get a man that's financially well equipped so they can secure the bag. Now, I would be lying if I said that a woman should not want a man that doesn't have money, because that would be a disastrous choice to choose a man that cannot provide or take care of you. The truth is, I've known many women personally who have picked up men that were financially down on their luck, thinking they could build him and build a future, only to discover after the build a bump project is into their home, the Negro has no intentions on even looking for a job, and instead just lives off of her. So, with that being said, no woman should opt for a broke down brother. But what women need to understand, you are setting yourself up for failure when you are specifically opting for a man to secure the bag. Now, I'm not knocking anyone that has spoken on this topic, but I'm just offering a different perspective. It's too many women being misled by the male and female versions of Derek Jackson's. You're a queen and you deserve the best. For one, every woman is not a queen. In many cases, some of them are peasants and deserve to be treated as such. Um, Nothing grieves me more than these social media dating experts that love to make all women believe they are queens to be, because all of us are not queens. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I totally get that, Naima. I definitely don't knock that, because I'm honestly, I'm the same way. When it comes to paying the bills, I do believe that the majority of the bulk. Now, this is just me. I'm still a traditionalist in some ways. I do believe that when it comes to the bills, the majority of it should be the man's responsibility. I still believe in that. However, um at what's up, Craig, the tech guy? However, I believe that a woman should be able to bring something to the table. And then again, it depends on a man, because you have some men, they don't mind if they wives or their girlfriends only contributing 40%, and they're doing the 80%. For instance, my husband, he pays the majority of the bills. The only bill I pay really is my car note. Everything else he handles, but I do work, I make my own money. So I don't financially burden him either. At the same token, he pays the majority bill. He don't have a problem with that. But you do have some men, on the other hand, if the light bill is $100, he putting in 50, and he gonna want you to put in 50. So it depends on the man. But I'm the same way. I do believe that the majority of the response, the financially, it should be on the man. But again, I'm married to a man that does not mind that. So I can't get mad if another brother decides to come in and say, no, if a woman gonna deal with me, she gonna have to do 50-50. I can't do nothing but respect that. I would never dis dissuade any woman into thinking that she's automatically entitled to a man doing the majority of the work, or he's paying the majority of the bills. What has to happen, if you are a woman and that is what you strongly believe in, then you have to find a man that doesn't have a problem with that. You get what I'm saying? Now, if a brother up here telling you up front, no, it's going to be straight down the middle, then you're going to have to do it that his way if you want to be with somebody. Y'all both, what I'm saying is, y'all both got to have that understanding. But so I totally get it, Naima. I'm the same way with that. And like Devin says, I don't want a roommate. I don't want a roommate either. To me, when you split something down the middle, that's almost like a roommate. But again, some women don't have a problem with that. So it just depends on the kind of relationship, the kind of companion you got. Again, I'm not going to coach women on my platform and tell no woman you better be with a man that's going to pay 80-90% of the bills and you pay 20. I am not going to do that. What I am going to do is be honest and say, if that's what you want, sis, then you got to look for a man who wants that. You know what I mean? So that's the safest way to go about that. You know what I mean? And yeah, I grew up in a traditional household. A man pays the bills while the woman keeps the house up in the family. Yeah, and that's true. And you brought up another good point. That's another thing. Some women, they don't have to pay any bills, because guess what? You know, the man that's paying the bills, he don't want for nothing. He comes home, the house is clean, the children are already in bed, sleep, they done ate, they done did their homework. He doesn't have to come home to stress. Everything is done. His clothes is ironed for work the next day. So again, only you know what type of individual you're dealing with. So don't let me, or don't let these other quote unquote dating coaches on YouTube, or these dating experts, don't let these people influence y'all into telling you what kind of man you should get, what kind of woman you should get. You deal with the man or woman that where y'all both have a mutual understanding. If you the type of woman you believe a man should pay 90% of the bills and you pay 10%, if any, then you need to make sure when you out there in the dating world, that when you and him are going out to dinner and y'all sitting down and y'all dating, y'all having conversation, it's very important that y'all discuss these things. Because let me tell you something, all of us, we getting too old for damn surprises. You need to know right up front what the hell you are dealing with. or whatever, and I get it. Everybody's not into the traditionalism too. So I understand that, RTS. I'm not knocking anybody's perspective up in here, because guess what? It's different strokes for different folks. Okay. And that's just the way it is. And that's why, even as a YouTube content creator, we got to be careful when we go out here giving folks information, because it's not fair for me as a woman to tell other women, y'all all better get with a man that make x amount of money and blah 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 blah, because he may make good money, but that don't mean y'all compatible. So you think you should be with this person because he makes X amount of dollars and he's very well off financially. But if y'all are not spiritually inclined, or y'all don't have a mutual or spiritual connection, then it don't matter how much money he makes or how much money you make. The relationship is not going to progress. So I know I'm going off the topic, but again, this is why I'm saying there's a lot of things that's um has to be considered when we talk about paying the bills and stuff on equality and mutual understanding. And again, it depends on what kind of person you're dealing with. This is why it's important that we date before we make a person our mate. Because just looking at the comments in here, I see how everybody has different perspective on things. RTS is saying most women and females today want equality and mutual understanding. And Naima says, well, when I was young, I paid my own bills, so that's understandable. So see, this is what I'm saying. This is why it's important that if you are out here dating, y'all need to have a real adult conversation, and both of y'all need to be very clear on what it is you're looking for. Look, I want a woman that's going to pay the bills straight down the middle. She needs to know that. So she don't sit up here assuming that if y'all move in together, you're going to pay the majority of the bills, and she only pays like, you pay 90% and she only pays like 10%. Same thing with your women. You can't go around here assuming that all men are okay with the woman only paying 10%, because you do have some men that look at it like, women today, y'all want equal rights, y'all want equality, y'all fought for to have equal rights like men. Then guess what? Y'all need to pay the bills down the middle. You got some men who feel that way, and we can't knock that. But guess what? You don't feel that way. You don't need to be linking up with this type of guy, because y'all not going to get along, not financially anyway. So anyway, back to as I was saying, um, so like I said, I'm not knocking anyone that has spoken on this topic. But again, it's too many of us being told that we are queens and we should be treated special. And the sad reality is that most trifling or hood rat breed of women have been convinced by social media that they are queens. It's a lot of us as women that are told that we are queens, and the truth is, all of us are not wearing the crown, ladies. We all are not wearing the crowns. Like, you got some men who want to be treated like kings, but all men are not kings. You know what I mean? All men don't know. All men do not know how to lead. Not all men who are men are good leaders. They don't know how to lead the household. They don't know how to lead the money. They don't. It's too many people giving themselves titles that they think they're supposed to have. We don't have a lot of kings or queens out here like that. We have a lot of peasants. So we need to stop putting it in each other's minds. The black social media, the black YouTube sector needs to stop programming each other into thinking that we're kings and queens, because all of us are not kings and queens. You should it's this sense of entitlement. And again, women are being told that they're queens. You should get a man that can support you. You should get a man to take care of you and your kids. Even if you had kids from 3 other baby daddies, you should get you an NFL player, even when you live in subsidizing housing. This is the false information that women are being misled and told. The truth is, not many women are qualified to get a man of high quality to secure the bag with. And this is the truth that women have to be honest with themselves about. No matter what these YouTube dating experts are telling them, there's a lot that comes with the territory when dealing with a successful, financially well established man. Now, this content is not to discourage you from opting for a man to secure the bag with, but just a few things you need to consider if securing the bag is your ultimate goal. So, with that being said, I'm going to break down all of the elements that a woman has to be aware of before she specifically only opts for a man to secure the bag with. And see, for a date one time, and she felt disrespected as the B word. So yeah, some people are different. Yeah, exactly, and that's what people have to understand. That's why as being a subscriber, when y'all go to certain people platforms, you cannot let me and you cannot let other YouTube content creators sit up here and tell y'all what kind of man you're supposed to have, what kind of woman you're supposed to have. There is a man or a woman out there designed specifically for you. There is a person that God has created specifically for you. But if you allow all of these so-called dating experts to poison your mentality with what they view as a good man or good woman, you're going to miss out on a blessing because you're letting false misinformation taint your way of thinking. And that's the main thing that a lot of us have to remember. Okay, now, as I was stating, when it comes to looking for a man to secure the bag with, I want the ladies to be aware that there's a lot that comes with the territory. Again, as black women, we're being told you need to find a man to secure the bag. You need a man that's going to secure the bag, help you secure the bag. This is what I hear day in and day out all of the time. But again, there's a lot of us not being given. What's up, Alice? Good to see you. Yes, hon, I'm back for a moment. And I just want ladies to be aware. If that's your ultimate goal, to go after men just to secure the bag, these are some of the things you need to keep in mind. With the first thing, number one, most successful men have high standards. Okay, ladies, let me type that in. This is number one. Most successful men have high standards. Okay, so this is the first point I want to make. For all this information that women are getting about you need to secure the bag, what you have to realize when it comes to dating men or getting in relationships with men that have a lot of money, that are very well established financially, most successful men have high standards. Meaning that basically this means you have to be a woman of high standard, of a high status to get the attention of a man to secure the bag with. When you are opting for lawyers, doctors, CEOs, athletes, executives, you cannot be Kiki from Crenshaw. You cannot be Kiki from the projects. Okay? You see, this is the problem, that we got a lot of female you know dating experts on YouTube that's telling women to secure the bag. But guess what? If you're Kiki from the projects, or if you're a Kiki that lives off of Crenshaw in the hood, you definitely a man that's on the status of being able to secure back with, he's not going to be checking for you anyway. What's up, Jermaine? Fate, long time no see. Now, keep in mind, ladies, men that can help you, men that are financially successful and well off, these men are very, very particular about the type of woman they choose to have on their arms. I don't care what these dating coaches out here telling you, ladies, you need to secure the bag, girl. You got to be careful with that, because these men who got the bag, they are very, very picky. um in other words, Oliver is not going to bring Keisha to a dinner conference with his colleagues, knowing he has a high social status to maintain, especially when his profession is based on the company he keeps. These dating coaches got these basic broads believing they actually stand a chance with these type of men, and they should aim to connect with these type of men. The woman a man chooses speaks volumes about the character. It doesn't matter how successful or rich a man is. If he decides to get with a Bukisha, that already tells you that he has a low common denominator mentality. A successful man is not going to give Nene or Peaches a chance to even get close to him. He will be wise enough to know that she's a recipe for disaster to his future. So therefore, these Nenes will never stand a chance to date basically be with him. So again, women, we're being taught that we need to go after men who are successful, who got money, who got high social status positions. But what a lot of us are not realizing, ladies, some of these guys, you will not be their type. They won't. They most of these type of dudes that are in this league, they're not going to go for a certain type of for just any type of woman. That's basically what I'm saying. Eddie Kinslow dated Karen Steffens, so it can happen. It can happen, but rarely. And then that didn't even last long, RTS. But yes, it can happen. Some successful men have downgraded. It does happen, but that's rarely. What's up, Black Caesar? Just like the football, I think what he's football, Chad Ochocinco, he did it. He downgraded. He after him and Evelyn from Basketball Wives broke up in that big old scandal, whatever. Um, he downgraded and got with an average woman who already had kids, just like he already has kids. So it does happen, but that's not a lot. Every once in a while, they will downgrade. Um, but it's not too frequently. I'll be honest, so Chumoka, I have extremely high standards, and most of my friends are as well. Exactly, and that's what I'm trying to say. Women, we're being told, girl, you need to get you a baller, you need to get you a shot caller, you need to get you some man who make us some major figures. But the problem is, most men who make major figures, they are not going to pick up Keisha from the projects. It's not going to happen. Okay, he's not going to pick up a low common denominator type of females. And the sad part is, it's a lot of dating coaches that are sitting up here lying and telling women, you are a queen, honey. You deserve the best, honey. You should get you a big baller and this, and that. And you need to meet this man with this kind of money. And the truth is, a lot of us we're not qualified to be with these type of men on that type of level. I'm just saying. Just says he didn't talk bad about her being no. Yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. RTS. Alice says fights those kind of men like women who went to real charm school and have connections. Women who know the difference between the wine glass and have favorite charities. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is the part that black women, we're not being told. We're being told we're queens and we should get any man we want. Bullshit. We cannot just go out here and pick up any man we want. Men that on a certain status, on a certain level, they are not going to be interested in women who drink out of, ice house cans of ice house. They're not going to be checking for certain type of women. So this is something we got to be careful about, because again, a man who's on a high social status level, whether if he's a lawyer, whether he's a doctor, he knows that the type of lady he has on his arms, she is a reflection of who he is. For instance, if for instance, if you out with your homegirls, just giving a scenario to the ladies out here. Say if you out with your homegirls, right? And y'all having some drinks and it's ladies' night, y'all at the bar, y'all chilling, whatever. And you see a certain female come in the room, and she looks really nice, and she's dressed nice, her hair's done nice, and you see her with some scrub looking dude, and his sneakers and his shoes are dirty, his shirt is wrinkled, his pants ain't look like they've been hit with an iron in a month. You gonna look at her some type of way. Exactly, name. You're gonna look at her some type of way. It's not gonna matter how pretty or attractive she is. When you see she's with a bum dude, you see she's with a build-a-bear, you're not looking at how successful she is. You're looking at, where did she pick up this scrub? And that's the same thing about these men who are successful. Men that are successful, they are not just going to pick up any type of broad, like you say, Naomi, who drinks out of a red cup. He's not going to pick up a broad, who buys hair bundles, with her welfare check, living in a project. She got 3, 4 baby daddies. She don't even have a car. She got rental center furniture, air mattress. He's not going nowhere near. You're not even going to catch a man of that high status. First of all, a man of high status is not going to be nowhere where hood rats even hang out. He's not going to be nowhere near it. You're not even going to see a man of a high status. He's not even going to even drive on that side of town. You're not going to catch him nowhere near the projects. It's not happening. You're not going to catch him in the club when the ladies get in free before 10 o'clock. You're not going to catch him in the kind of places. He's smart enough to know that if he wants a woman on his level, he's going to go to places where he can find that type of woman on his level. So again, to all my ladies out here who's been listening to dating coaches, and you have women up here telling you need a man that's going to take care of you, that's going to provide for you, that's going to secure the bag. If you are on a low victim scale, you're to the bottom of the totem pole. You're not going to stand a chance anyway. It does not matter um how much how you try to lure a man on that type of level. He's not going to give you the time of day. So women, again, we have to be careful. That's the first point I wanted to make, is that most successful men have high standards. You want a man with big money, then guess what, honey, you're going to have to be big too. You can't be below the bottom of the scale. You got to be on a certain type of level to attract this type of men. Now, the second thing that comes with looking for a man to secure the bag with, or a man that's successful. Most successful men are very difficult to have a relationship with. I'm gonna type that in as well so y'all can see that. Most have a relationship with. Now, this is the thing. This is another thing that comes with wanting it for women who want to go after men with money. You only want to be with men that make big money or have big money. Most successful men are difficult to have a relationship with. Being with a money-made man requires a significant sacrifice. So much is given, much is required. We all have heard that saying. Um, we see the tailor-made suits, the top-notch position, the expensive sports cars, and fine dining at the most exquisite five-star restaurants, and residing in the most expensive five-star motels. But these type of men work very hard for every penny they earn. They can't deliver an extravagant lifestyle by sitting around Netflix and chilling with you all day. These men have to travel a lot and spend many days and late hours to get the success they have. So if you want to secure the bag, realize that you may be spending many nights alone. Money and being driven never ends for these type of men. They are always reaching for the top, investing in the biggest projects that may take days, hours, and sometimes months out of their daily lives. To be with a money-made man, you have to accept the fact that you may be alone a lot. That means no matter how many red bottom shoes, Gucci, or Michael Kors bags you buy, the sexy lingerie from Victoria's Secrets, the $200 hairdo you got done to your hair, he may never be around you to see it. Successful men are very driven. So if you're looking to secure the bag, realize you may be left carrying it by yourself the majority of the time. Men that it's a lot of women that are being told you need to go for a man who got money. You need to get with men who make a lot of money. You need to get with men who lawyers and doctors and athletes. But these type of men, a lot of them, a lot of women that are with these type of men can tell you these women are by themselves the majority of the time, because these type of men really travel a lot. These women, who are married to rappers, who are married to athletes, these men are constantly on the road. They are constantly traveling. So you may want a man with a lot of money, but you got to realize, because he's a money made man, a man is not gonna let you get in the way of his bread. It don't matter how much he loves you, care about you. When he knows his money is what he has to have in order for him to continue to keep growing and progressing, he's not going to limit that just so you can feel secure. Now, RTS says, let me see, because I'm trying to get your comments. Not always true. At some point, as people age, they come with children, and so nothing wrong with a single parent if that's your preference. To each his own, but don't judge. Yeah, I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, people are going to choose who they want to choose. So, single parent or not, it's some men who don't have a problem with taking on another man's responsibility, and their relationship has been successful. So, again, like I said, different strokes for different folks. Again, if you want a money man, you up here being told, oh yeah, you need to get a man with money, and you need to get a man to secure the bag. These men are very, very, very busy. They are very busy. So um the only thing you can do is, when if you're with this is the part, like I said, this is the part that a lot of these dating coaches don't talk about on YouTube. They tell you to go after men for money, but eventually, if that's all there is, to the point where y'all are not spending no time together, where he's always on the road because he has meetings, he has um all these out of town conferences, eventually the relationship is going to get stale. And why do you think these rich millionaire women end up messing with the damn gardener, or end up messing with the damn pool boy, or end up messing with the damn contractor, who's the lawn care guy who mows the front yard? How do you think that happens? Because again, some men are so driven to the point to where um they will neglect you as they woman, as they wife. So for all of us as women that are being told, oh, you better get you a big baller, big ballers have very little. Let's say, even if you're not with an attorney, a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever, you can be with a drug boy, depending on how big he is, and selling his profit. If he's not a regular corner dude, if he's one of those big time drug lords and he pushing heavyweight, he's trafficking and all this other stuff, you'll never see him. You ain't hardly gonna have no time for him, because he has to constantly ship and make moves and transport things, and that's how he makes his money. So if you want to get with a man that has a lot of money, ladies, a lot of money, big money comes with big sacrifices. So you're going to be home alone a lot, or it's just going to always be you with a cat or a dog, or your other lonely girlfriends. That's just the reality of it. So if you want a rich man, you want to secure the bag, just keep in mind you're going to be by yourself the majority of the time. For instance, my husband, he has his own business. So, it's been it's been some times where we made plans to go out places and he had to cancel because something came up. Somebody's roof was leaking, or this happened, that happened, that happened. It has happened. And in the initial beginning, I was very irritated with it. And it just took me some years to understand he owns his own business. Things are going to pop up, things are going to happen. That comes with the territory. You want a man that makes a lot of money, you don't have to make a lot of sacrifices. That comes with it. Um, you need to have an ego to be successful, but you must be able to balance ego and pride with some humility. Exactly, exactly. And yep, Devin, you definitely, the only way you're gonna survive being with a man with a lot of money, you're gonna have to be just as busy, busy, and busy. That's just the truth. That's just the truth of the matter. You're gonna have to have your own life. So again, you want to go after a big baller, you want a man with big money, ladies, you're gonna have to realize he's not gonna have a lot of time for you. Now, the third thing is, this is the other thing. See, this is something that a lot of women don't want to really be honest about. And this is another issue that happened that comes with the territory of looking to secure the bag because you want a man with money. Now, realize this is point number three. Men that are financially well established are more than likely to cheat. They are more than likely to cheat. Men who make a lot of money, lawyers, doctors, athletes, rappers, executives, CEOs, all the men who are in high places making a lot of money, these type of dudes are more than likely to cheat. You want a man with money? Guess what? A man that has a lot of money, ladies, he has a lot of options. So while you listen to these dating coaches telling you, oh, you need to get with a man who got a lot of money. A man who got a lot of money, guess what? You ain't the only gold digger out there. You ain't the only broad out there looking to secure a bag. It's several women who think just like you who looking for his kind too. So guess what? While he's dealing with you, he's dealing with some other ones. What's up, Art? How you doing? What's up, Brandon? Yeah, truck drivers, you ain't lying. We can even we can we don't even have to aim high. Guys that are truck drivers, them guys make a lot of money. Truck drivers make a lot of money, and they stay on the road. They stay gone. You know those truck stops be full of prostitutes and call girls. and he ain't been home to you with his wife in 2 weeks because he's been traveling from here and there and everywhere. And here it is, this little snagger tooth, pump and go prostitute. You know, he may not do the darn thing. He may just want to get some head or something from her. But at the end of the day, he gonna want something. Oh, Brandon, you know about that. I know you do. I know you be seeing all kind of prostitutes at them little truck stops. Cause I done heard about them. My uncle drive trucks. Yeah, them truck drivers, man, they shoot. They get more punani thrown at them than, oh my gosh. Lord, if you have a husband that's a truck driver, Lord bless your heart. Cause women be throwing it in their face every chance they get. All them hookers and them prostitutes that be at them truck stops, that's all they do is linger around them places. It's terrible. I saw it on YouTube how the little prostitutes like to hang around little truck stops. I'm like, OMG. But it's true, it exists. RTS says that's true. They say people with money have options and it's thrown at them constantly. And that's the truth. Women, y'all want to go after men with big money, but in the words of Biggie Smalls, more money, more problems. Now, this is not exempting broke brothers because they are still many gullible women that are there are still many women that are gullible enough to cheat and get involved with or having babies from dusty dudes in the struggle. Besides, there are more broke, better brothers that have more children for multiple women than successful men. As the saying goes, a man is only as faithful as his options. And the rich man has too many damn options to choose from, and he knows it. Now, not all rich men are easy to be tricked, okay? In fact, the majority of them have invested way too much to be dumb enough to knock up Kiki from the projects. But it doesn't mean that when he's out on his business ventures that he won't rent a call girl. She won't be a back page material, but she will be from a whole nother country and very discreet because he makes the money to be very selective with his options. Better broke better brothers could only mess around with Brenda from the block because she will accept a Popeye's chicken sandwich and a 12 piece for her kids. And in many cases, if Brenda feels like the better dude has a little something extra to offer, she may intentionally get knocked up if he's careless with his penis to collect child support. Most better dudes be so happy to get some, they don't think twice to protect themselves in the process. Now, the money made man The secure the bag man, the successful man, he is more than likely to never stoop that low. He will hire a high class call girl that won't bring him any babies, catch feelings, or drama because they both have a mutual understanding that the sex is strictly a business proposition. She's getting her check cut right off the muscle, so therefore he will cheat more frequently because he has the funds, the numerous options and connections. When a person has too many options to choose from, very rarely is he going to be content with just choosing one. Let me give you an example. If you're giving an alcoholic $20, right? No matter how much he loves to drink, once that $20 is gone, he can't buy another, no matter how bad he may want it. But if you give an alcoholic $200, he's likely to drink himself to death because the more money he has, the more options he is granted. Broke Barry would have to cheat with Brenda from Bray Street because that's all he can afford. But Barry the banker can mess with all the women he wants because he can afford them. Ding 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 ding. That's what I'm saying. For the ladies who want to go after the big ballers, the more money a man has, the more he can get away with cheating and hoeing around on you. Because again, he has more options. He's not going to pick up some back page broad at the Motel 6 hotel. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get him. His call girl is probably in Venezuela or Australia or Paris. He's just gonna fly in his first class jet, you know, to Peru somewhere and do his dirt. Unlike broke down Better Barry, he may have to mess with the chick across the street because he don't even have a car to go drive across town to go home with anybody else. So he got to mess with the same female in the same neighborhood because he can't even go that far to home. So that this is what I'm saying. If you wanna, if that's your ulterior motive to just specifically go after men and secure bag, you better hope you don't catch feelings, because if you catch feelings and you find out your rich man is messing around on you or cheating on you and doing other things on you, you're going to really be devastated. What's up, Turf? Long time no see. I know that's why y'all know my schedule's crazy, so I had to just kind of do a random thing. This is the other part, women, we don't talk about. We want to talk about go secure the bag, girl, secure the bag, secure the bag. Get you a man who got some money. But why we don't talk about the downsides to that? Because everything that glitters isn't gold. Okay? It's a price. It's a catch 22. That's no different than a man. If you a man and you got to get with the baddest chick, I mean, you want the baddest chick on the block. She got the ping ping pow going. You know, she got her real hair. She got her real nails. I mean, her body's slamming. She wears, the best of the best. I mean, just voluptuous. Got more curves than the streets of New York. But this is the thing. I've been told that women who look like that are a lot to deal with. They got bad attitudes. They got this sense of entitlement where a man is supposed to worship the ground they walk on because they so used to dudes checking for them. They so used to dudes drooling and running behind them. So you got some broads who have this mentality of, they feel like they should always get the red carpet treatment because some of you guys, whether y'all want to believe it or not, y'all have created monsters. Y'all done made some of these sisters believe that they so beautiful and they so pretty, and y'all have created some monsters. And you wonder why some of these black women have attitudes, and you wonder why y'all don't get the respect because some of you brothers, y'all will sit up here and say that you would prefer a woman that's going to be a woman and make you feel like a man and will let you lead and will let you you know have be be have, I'm tongue tied, but will let you have the authority as a man to lead. But when you get with this type of female, she's so used to having her way and she's so used to getting by on her looks. Y'all have created this monster, and the moment that a brother don't give in to her demands, she's quick to cut him off and want to get with the next simp because she's used to men falling at her feet. And a lot of you guys, it's a lot of you guys, y'all do that mess because y'all don't boost some of these women, y'all don't boost their egos up by letting them know how fine they look because she wear her real hair, she wear her real nails, but underneath all that, she got a real nasty ass attitude. You can't take her nowhere without her complaining. She's bitching about stuff. She's making you feel less than a man because the moment you can't produce or come through, she's insulting you. You know what I'm saying? She bruising your ego. So again, everybody wants a certain type of woman, a certain type of man, but then when you get that certain type of woman, you get that certain type of man, you realize you really ain't cut out for it. Like God dog. I mean, she fine, but golly. And you wonder why some of these guys, you see them with average looking sisters or basic looking sisters because guess what? They done been with the bad of the bad. They done been with the top notch females. And they saw that it's not all of what they thought it was. They ain't caring about looks no more. Now they want a woman that's gonna make them feel like a man and treat them like a man. That's why you may see a certain type of guy, no matter how good looking he looks, no matter what kind of car he driving, you're wondering why he with that basic broad. She not even that pretty. She not even that attractive. Well, guess what? Maybe he done come to realization that you know what? I'd rather deal with a basic broad that's gonna treat me like a man, gonna respect me being the one to lead her instead of her wanting to be the one to lead me. Maybe he done been through too much drama with highly attractive, beautiful women, and he tired of it. So guess what? He'd rather just deal with a woman that's gonna make him feel special. He don't care about looks anymore. Sometimes it'll get to that point. And same thing with ladies. We cannot go on and on. We can't go by how men look anymore. Because me personally, I work in a correctional facility, and I work in a unit where I deal with nothing but male inmates. The majority of the inmates I deal with are men. I don't deal with female inmates. And it amazes me how some of these guys come in here, look really, really handsome, really nice looking guys, but their attitudes and the tantrums they throw when they can't have their way and the way they rebel and the way I've seen them quickly to be provoked and wanting to fight officers and stuff. I'm like, wow. So again, you cannot go by looks. So as I was saying to all my ladies, if you want a man, with a lot of money, you're not going to be his only woman. You may get lucky, but the majority of the time, you're not going to be the only woman. He has a lot of choices because of the type of money he makes, and that's just that comes with the territory. You want to get with a rich man, then you may have to have something you may have to think about. This is the fourth point because again, for everybody who's just coming in, I'm just going to reiterate. Well, I'm talking about securing the bag. It's a lot of women, a lot of us as women, we're being told that we need to be with men that we can secure the bag with. We need to particularly aim for securing the bag. And basically, what I'm doing is I am explaining to women that there's a lot that comes with the territory for women who have that type of concept that think, oh, I want a man with money. I want a man with a lot of money. I want a man that can take care of me. I want a man that can spoil me. I want a man that's making 8, 9 thousand. I mean figures. I want him to be a lawyer. I want him to be a doctor. But it's a lot that comes with the territory of dealing with these type of men. And it's not enough women on YouTube that's being honest and saying, okay, if that's what you want a man to secure the bag with, fine. But guess what? You need to think about A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's not enough women that are making women understand that you want a man to have all this money, to have all this success, but There's a lot that comes with the territory of that, and that's what I'm breaking down and I'm analyzing and explaining. Um, the next point is, if you are dumb, you will be lost if something were to happen. Most successful men are usually in charge of everything. They usually handle the majority of the finances. They know how much money is in the bank accounts. So, in the event something detrimental were to happen, the woman will be lost in the sauce. She won't know anything because she has been so consumed with shopping and splurging. She never prepared herself in the event something were to happen. And if he doesn't trust her, he may not leave her much of anything. Rich men have it's some in a few cases, there were have been some rich men that have died and passed on with no will, so ex-wives and children, the wife's spouse, knew nothing about, um but what they were supposed to collect nothing. And yeah, these are my notes, y'all, so if I'm talking mumble jumble, that's because I got my little notes. Men, rich men have died. Yeah, many rich men have died and passed on with no will. So ex-wives and children, and have came out of the thin blue air looking to collect, all because he didn't handle his business. He didn't do no will. He didn't draw up no type of will stating that, okay, if something would happen to me, I'm gonna make sure my wife has this and this and that, blah blah blah. While he's giving you credit cards of money, you better make sure he gives you his trust and wisdom on how to use it if something were to happen to him. Now, this is another thing. um a lot of women, we don't think about stuff like this, because when you're dealing with a man who has a lot of money, you're too busy enjoying the benefits of being with a man that has money. You're swiping that black card, you're shopping, you're going out, with your girlfriends, having drinks, popping bottles, you spending and spending and spending and splurging. And God forbid if something was to happen to this man and he did not handle his business, because it has happened. Let's face it, all successful men don't handle their business. Just because a man is rich and successful don't mean he's always handling his business. We've all heard stories when a man or a successful person has died and passed away, they left no will. So here it is, an ex-wife that they never divorced, she gets to come out of thin blue air and take everything. Or he done has so many kids spread it from all type of women. Now all of these women are coming out of the thin blue air after the man done died. Well, I need my child support. I need my this. I need my that. So women that are looking to secure the bag, you want a rich man, a man that's making a lot of money. You better make sure in the event, you have to realize, if you with this type of man, something happens to him, he does not trust you, you could be left with nothing. And that can be very disappointing, especially if you was with that person for a couple of years. um and that's the thing, that's something, women, we're not being taught. We're being taught, again, we need to secure the bag, you need to find a man with money. But if you are dumb, and if you are not the type of woman, you don't never look uh a few steps ahead. You never look towards the future. You the type of woman, you only look at today and today only. You just live for today. You spend, you shop, you splurge. You never put no money up for a rainy day. You never save up anything. I don't care how beautiful you are as a woman, but if you are dumb as a box of rocks, and you are not smart enough to make sure that this man has you on something, if something was to happen to him, he didn't trust you enough to tell you, okay, if something happens to me, you can do this, I need you to handle that. I got a house in a lake in Oregon, y'all can stay there, whatever the case may be. So that's the thing, a lot of women are not even smart enough to be with men who got a lot of money. And that's the God's honest truth. Some women, we're not smart. We're not smart enough to be with a man who has money. We are not an asset to them. You have a lot of women. I know some women personally. I know some women, they don't even have like rich husbands, but if their husband died today, they in trouble because uh they don't have access to the bank accounts. Their husbands don't rarely let them use the debit card to the account. You have some women that are totally oblivious to their husband's business and affairs. So if something were to happen to them, they'll be lost in the sauce. This is why you can't, as women, you have to have your own mind. You cannot follow behind other women. Cannot follow behind women who's telling you you need to get with a man who got money. You need to get with a big baller. You need to get with a guy who making all these figures. Because if you don't have the mindset, you don't have the mentality, you don't have the wisdom, you're not going to get anywhere with him either. What's up, Nolan? Good to see you. Well, women, we're being taught to go after men with money, but we're not being taught that, or we're not being taught to see if we're even qualified to even be with those type of men on that type of level. That this is the other part where sisters, we don't talk about this. I have yet to see a sister say, okay, well, all right, you want a man with money, right? Okay, you want a man that makes X amount of figures and he can put you in this kind of house, y'all can live in this kind of neighborhood and all this and that. But even with all that being said, what can you offer? What can you do other than swipe his black card every time you shopping and at Neiman Marcus somewhere, or what's these other high price stores? Dolce and Gabbana. If you are dumb, you would totally be lost. Because again, a man with a lot of money, um, he has a lot at stake. He may have several bank accounts, he may have several houses, he may have all types of property. And if you are slow or you are dumb, and something was to happen to him, and he has not given you any instruction, and he has not trusted you to tell you how to take care of things in the event something were to happen to him, basically you're going to be out of luck. And it's a lot of us as women, we don't think about stuff like that. You want a man with a lot of money, but if that man does not trust you, then what good is it if he's giving you all of this money, but if something were to happen to him, he's not going to leave you with a dime? So you have to think about stuff like that. Again, as women, we have to look 20 steps ahead. And the problem with a lot of us as women, we look at today and today only. So that we got to be careful with that. Next thing is, men with money have the advantage of taking advantage. Again, all of us, we're being told you need a man with money, you need to get you a big baller. But the thing is, men with money, they have the advantage of taking advantage of you. Most men know as long as he can fetch a woman $1, less likely is she going to complain about much of anything. If you want to shut a woman's mouth, give her a card to swipe. As long as the bills are being paid, the children are being taken care of, as long as the house and the cars, as long as she getting the house and the car she wants, she can shop anywhere she wants, spends as much as she wants. She's not going to ask too many questions. So this gives him an advantage. This may seem fun in the beginning because she thinks she's winning, but eventually it's going to start wearing thin on her that he's never around. After all, success ain't nothing if you don't have someone to enjoy it with. Now, this is another thing that women have to also be cautious of. Um, you want you it went. I'm tongue tied. I don't know why I'm so tongue tied tonight. If your ultimate goal is to secure the bag and you intentionally just want to go after a man with money, or rich men who you feel who have money, they they have a lot of advantages in getting over on you. There was this one particular female I knew. Her husband always gave her the best of everything. He was very well, he was wealthy, well established, and she really thought she was living her best life because he left her with everything. Every time he would go out, she didn't have to worry about um how she was going to shop, or how she was going to pay the bills. He always made sure every time he stepped out, she had access to the bank accounts. She had access to, the cars in the yard, the sports car, the Jaguar. And I mean, in her mind, she thought everything was fine because he just always provided and made sure she was straight. But neither did she know all that time the reason he was giving her stuff and doing stuff for her was because he was already messing around and he had another relationship going on outside of that. So sometimes a lot of women will say they want a rich man, But the thing is, sometimes a rich man, he don't have a problem with giving you $1 because that gives him an advantage to do whatever the hell he wants to do because he knows all I gotta do is give her some money and she'll shut up, she'll get out my face. As long as a man is giving a woman, as long as a man is giving a woman money all of the time, she's not gonna hardly ask any questions. She's not really going to complain about anything. She's really not going to bicker too much. Long as she knows she can go into the bank account and take out money, withdraw money whenever she wants to, she's not going to have to ask any questions. And you have some rich men, they intentionally do it. They know that all they got to do is give their wife $1 and give her that black card. She will shop nonstop. That way he can go and tiptoe and do his little thing outside of that marriage. Hey, what's up, Rael? Long time. Good to see you, bro. My Scorpio brother. Yeah, you know what, E. Alice? I just was thinking, promise you I was gonna say that. In the words of Betty Wright, yeah. Some of these women thought they had their thing on a string because he was bringing home flowers and roses and candy. That was just a guilt trip to make up for the night before. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. That's what I'm saying. That's why women need to be careful with listening certain advice you don't need to be getting from other women about. You need to get you a rich man. You need to get you a baller. You need to secure the bag. It's a lot that comes with men that are wealthy and well off. It is not easy being with rich men. If that's your agenda, that's what you got in your mind. That's the only thing that you aiming for as a woman is you want to go after a man for his money so you can secure the bag. Then guess what? You get in that situation, you find out it ain't all peaches and cream and roses like you thought. What's up, Lord Drag One in the building? Yes, Raw, all is well. Just been working crazy as usual. Yeah, Turk, that's what it's called. Hush money. Some men will give you they give you their credit card with a $10,000 limit on it, just so he can have room to hold and do what he want to do. I agree, Nolan. In the perfect world. Yeah. And that's why I had to do this topic tonight because it's just too many of us as women, we're being manipulated. um and sometimes even as a woman we have to be careful the type of information um we feed into one another. Yeah, girl, you need to get you a man with some money. And I'm not saying you shouldn't want a man with no money. I'm not saying going after a guy who broke and don't want to work, who ain't had a job for 6 7 months. That's not what I'm saying. But we have to be careful uh, with these gold digging shenanigans because if it was all that glamorous, then why do you think we have so much divorce rates in the Hollywood world? These women that are with these rich men, been in big old mansions, living in beautiful neighborhoods, got Bentley, Porsche, and a Ferrari in the front yard, and yet it wasn't enough to keep their marriage together. I've seen couples struggle and be more happy than couples who had everything. Because the thing about struggles is struggles keep you in reality when you both of you know y'all are limited and you can't go out to Red Lobster every night. This one of them nights, all the bills and got paid. There's no money left over. Then guess what? Ain't no Red Lobster. You're gonna have to go in there, make some pork and beans and weenies, and enjoy it. But if you're a couple that's in a struggle and y'all sincerely love each other, it's not gonna matter if y'all at Red Lobster. It's not gonna matter if y'all at Waffle House. It's not gonna matter if you're in your household and y'all just eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Y'all, the love you have for one another is going to overshadow that. Your love for one another, your love for your companion should be so strong that y'all can enjoy each other's company just having a milkshake at McDonald's. That's how real your love for one another should be. It don't matter what condition y'all in, y'all make the best of it because your love for one another is what overshadows it. And I've been, and again, money does not make people automatically compatible. I mean, I'm just saying, Lord, drag one. I'm just keeping it real. It's been times when we couldn't do no Red Lobster. We could not do no Olive Garden. After we done paid all the bills, we had to leave whatever money was aside. That money had we couldn't spend that because we needed gas money for the rest of the week to get back and forth to work. We had things that needed to be taken care of. So guess what? Ain't no going out this weekend. We gonna have to sit home and just eat some turkey and cheese sandwiches. And with some red Kool-Aid or some grape Kool-Aid. I mean, it just is what it is. Every relationships is it's not always glamorous, And again, money doesn't make a couple compatible, and it doesn't keep your marriage together. It's been millionaires living up under the same roof and been miserable and been straight miserable in a $1 million mansion. And there's been couples who live in a mobile home trailer under 5 grand and just as happy and just as content. I remember I went to my little doctor's appointments today or whatever, and I was going to the gas station, and I seen an old couple. They was sitting up there having a Subway sandwich together, and they were just so like genuinely happy. You can tell they was probably in their 60s or 70s, and they was just sitting at this one little table in the corner, and they was eating a Subway sandwich together, and you can tell the contentness, you can tell the happiness because they just genuinely just love being in the company of one another. And that's what it's supposed to be. Now, I love White Castles. If I had then again, we don't need a White Castle here because I would blow up. I would be huge. I love White Castles. We have a Crystals here, but Crystals is not the same. And I'm tired of people saying Crystals and White Castle is the same. That's a bold-faced lie. White Castle and Crystals is not the same. I'm not trying to hear it. I miss White Castle. We need to get one here bad. I really, really, really want a White Castle. Um, Church says, ladies, if your affection and a company is for sale, you are categorized as the lady of the night. It would take Turf to say something like that. Either Turf or Lord, one of them was gonna say it. But yeah, again, that's why I did this particular content. Women, please be careful with this uh concept of finding a man to secure the bag with. When you go after a certain guy because for an agenda, because he has money, or because you feel like you're down on your luck financially, you get with this dude. He's gonna, you can possibly get on the come up off of him. You could come up, you could progress. Sometimes things don't always go according to plan. You go into one situation to try to use somebody, and then when you get in a situation and you realize all the stuff you got to deal with, it's almost not worth it. I mean, he may be extra controlling because he's the one supplying and providing for you. He may don't want you, having your own freedom or do anything outside of the household, or if not that, he's just very difficult to deal with. You can't communicate with him. He doesn't listen to much anything you have to say. When if sooner or later, you will eventually find out down the line. Once you get to see a person's real colors and all the layers start peeling off like an onion, and now the mask is slowly coming off, all that nice guy perception is wearing off, and now you got to see the real them. Is anybody else having trouble hearing me? If there's trouble with my audio, let me know. Rich is still divorced. I don't know much y'all love about it, brother. I guess that can lead to trust and love. Yeah, it is just again, love is a process, relationship is a process. It's work, it's a full-time job. Everybody's not cut out for a relationship. Uh-oh, you setting it off? Yes, Rollo. I was just talking about it's too many women that are misleading other women by saying we need to be looking to secure the bag. And I think that's the wrong perception that women need to be programmed in their minds. They don't need to be intentionally looking for a man who can provide and take care of them. And I'm not saying, again, get with a bum dude who don't have nothing. But when you make that your only mission, you're picking up dudes with money because you think they're gonna clean you, clear you out your debt, clear you out your financial um bondage that you're in. It's a lot that comes with that territory. um I don't do too much of it. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. But I hope with this content tonight that at least, women now y'all have a different perspective when it comes to looking for a man to secure the bag. Don't be deceived. If you're going to deal with a man with a lot of money, too much is given, much is required. Another thing is too, most men that are well off and who have a lot of money, they really aren't. The majority of them really aren't really trying to be married. Most of them, most men that are rich and successful are, just successful. And trust me, you don't have to just be rich because of what position you in. Even if he owns his own car wash, he can have his own business, just having a lawn care business. If he has any type of success or he's financially well off or whatever the case may be, he may not even want a woman like that. He may not even want a relationship. Oh, thanks, Rollo, for the $10 donation. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You always look out, Rollo. Rollo actually was the first, when I first started my channel, he was the first guy to bring me on this panel, and he was the first guy to ever donate to my channel. So you might as well say me and Rollo been married through YouTube for almost 3 years now. He's like a YouTube husband. That's how long he's been around since I started this journey. So yeah, so ladies, just be careful with that. Be careful who you get your advice from, or it's not so much who you get your advice from. You just have to, these days you have to look at things more than one way. And I tell you men the same thing. I don't care how many dating coaches are on here that's schooling you men and telling you what kind of woman you need in your life, and you don't need to deal with a black woman, or you don't need to deal with these international women, or you there's going to always be somebody that's going to try to tell you what is best for you. But at the end of the day, as a grown man and as a grown woman, you have to make your own choices, because just because somebody's up here telling you what kind of man or woman you should get, that don't mean that's the type of man or woman for you. I have had to deal with the reality before I got married that a lot of the dudes that was my type, I found out that I was not their type. And that's another thing. You may be a man and you may want this kind of woman. Well, I want my woman to be in perfect shape, and I want my woman to have her own hair, and I want my own woman to, she can't have no kids from other dudes. I mean, you might get that, but that's a slim chance. That's like 3 out of 5, because she's going to have something wrong with her. It's going to be some type of issue you're going to have to deal with. So all of these types, and uh, a lot of us as black women and black men, we got what's called types. And your types, that don't mean that person is compatible for you. Sometimes the main women that is not your type are the main type of men. The ideal man that would be right for you is not your type. uh that does not mean they would not be compatible for you at the same token. You know what I'm saying? So again, we have to just learn how to use your own judgment. Don't follow up behind these dating coaches on YouTube, whether these dating coaches are females or these dating coaches are males. A lot of these people come on YouTube saying one thing, but when they log off and they shut down these live streams, they ain't doing none of what they telling y'all to do. You got women up here that may be telling you to stay away from dusty dudes, and all of y'all supporting her and chatting and donating to her channel and all this and that. And then as soon as she logs off, she calling her dusty dude right away. Or you got some men on here acting like they dating coaches. Oh, well, You don't deal with no pick me's and this, and that. And the main chick that he's talking to is a pick me. It's a lot of people that are not living what they are preaching on these YouTube streets. And that's why I always say have your own mind, have your own judgment. Don't let anyone influence you on what you should do for yourself. But it's definitely been an awesome show. I appreciate all of y'all for still riding out with me throughout this whole time. Even though, I don't have the same amount of time that I used to have. I appreciate that when I do log on here, y'all do jump in and y'all try to catch my lives and catch my content. And I'm so appreciative of that. And I'm not throwing no shade on nobody. If you feel like you a dating coach, whether you're a male or a female, you feel like you got all the answers when it comes to who a man and a woman should date or not date, then do you. But I'm telling each and every one of y'all as subscribers, because I'm also a subscriber to other channels. All of you as subscribers, just have your own mind. Don't let me or any other content creator on YouTube program your mindset as to what type of man or woman you should want or you should be with or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So that's all, y'all. Other than that, let me give my little shout outs. I definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all for hanging out in the chat with me. Also, this has been brought to you by the No Fuckery Zone. Always promoting knowledge, not garbage. For those who want to continue to see my channel grow, you are more than welcome to cash at me at Diamond Girl. I don't care if it's $1, $2, $3. Any blessing is a blessing. Any other topics y'all think I should speak upon, you're welcome to email me at cafe de paris 79 at yahoo.com. If I don't get back to you, just hit me up. Sometimes I do miss emails and stuff like that and everything. And again, tonight's content, if it doesn't apply, you don't have to reply. Let it fly. Don't get offended by the content. It was not to put down black men or to put down black women. It's just to give you a different perspective on how to just look at things in more than one way. Those of you who are interested in cable, also I sell cable. You get over 5,000 channels plus free pay-per-view events, all your premium movie network stars, Showtime, HBO, all of that. It's only $25 a month. You just need your own internet and you need the Fire Stick. So if you want cheaper cable service and you tired of paying these cable companies all of this big money just to watch cable, your bill is over 50 a month, your bill is over 100 a month. I can give you 5,000 channels for only $25 a month up to 2 devices. So if you or anybody you know is interested in cable, y'all are just welcome to email me and I'll give you the information. So on that note, everybody, it has definitely been pleasant. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Again, this is your girl, Lady Mocha. Remember, I'm going to always pour you a cup of truth and I'm always break you off with a slice of knowledge. Be blessed. Take care, everyone.